I'm going to show you how to win games of Apex. In this video, I'm going to show you real-world examples. We're going to go over all of the key concepts, the way you should really play this game to get maximum wins, and I'm going to show you loads of examples. And the best thing is, all of these are in random groups. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the channel. I am Stylosa. So, what we're going to do is go through a bunch of examples here and how I deal with this. So the first one we've got here, we are flanked from behind. This is bad. My ally goes down, I smoke my ally, then I rush forward to immediately attack and counter the enemy. I don't stand still. I don't stay in a position which is bad for me. I push forward. Now look at this. I've got two of them on the flank. I'm going to do massive damage to them. I'm going to be able to take both of these guys out. This is how you play Apex. You have to be decisive. Now if you guys look on the left-hand side of the screen, I've got some key concepts here. So we've got fast looting, be aware, push, aggressive stance, be decisive, do not hesitate. Now the bottom two, they kind of go together. What you've got to do in this game is do not double think yourself. Don't be like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? Oh, what should I do? Blah, blah, blah. All right, so what's this example here? Well, we've just watched us take out these two guys. I know that the final group is up on top of the building, so I'm going to go with grenades. They fire a grenade back at me, so I'm going to try and move out the way of the grenade as I did. Now I'm going to rush forward. Now I want to pressure. Look at my squad. One of my squad members is actually going up the right. I'm going to go up the left. This is going to create a pincer movement. This is clever movement, but it's aggressive movement, and this is the way you need to be all of the time. Find the enemy, go towards the enemy, take the enemy out. We've got these two guys on top of the hill. We're going to take them out while on top of this building. We're going to absolutely crush them. Now, one other key concept is listen out for gunshots in the distance. If you hear gunshots, run towards them because you want to join in on that fight when people are fighting each other. Now, let's take a look at dropping. This is a particularly hot drop. I know there's people dropping in the building behind me. We just watch them drop in. So my primary thing here is loot as fast as I can. Okay? There's a bit of RNG involved in this. There might not have been a weapon in that building, but there was. I got in the building first, got the weapons. Now, we know there's an enemy in this building, so what the hell am I going to do here? Well, we're not just going to stand out in the open. We're not just going to camp. We're not just going to wait for them to do stuff. We're going to rush in there. We're going to take the initiative. Now, I've dropped my heal drone down just in case I want to retreat. And I'm going to rush forward, and I'm going to start piling damage into them with the alternator. Notice I'm not using ADS here. I'm just firing straight at them. There's two of them. We want to keep moving. We want to keep control of our movement. We want to sow confusion and take them both out. These guys were not ready for me to rush into the building. This is what you have to do all the time. Just be massively decisive. Okay, here's another example. So we can see there's a supply drop over there. And there's a team over there fighting around it. We know that they've been pinged. We're going to push in. First thing I'm thinking, right, we're going to get the arc stars in. We're going to get all the grenades in. We're going to sow confusion. And then we're going to push forward. Now, my teammates are actually pushing forward with me, or at least one of them is, which is good. All my nades are going in. You can see I'm registering hits. This is good for me. That's another signal that I want to push. I want to be massively aggressive here and get in the face of these guys. I spot them through the fire, start doing damage. One of them's got legendary armor. It doesn't matter. We're going to smash them. We're going to take them down. That's one of them down. Now we keep going because the whole squad isn't dead. There's an opportunity here to take this person out. I'm going to go for it. I've got the Prowler with the attachment, so it's fully auto. They've hit us with a barrage, so I'm trying to... it might have actually been our own Bangalore with the barrage there. So I'm ducking and diving in the barrage. I do get hit by one, which isn't great. Drop down my heal drone. Not the best use of that there, but hey, I just was taking damage, so it's kind of a reflex reaction. But what I'm thinking here is push forward. Push, push, push. We've got to find the enemy. We know they're around here somewhere. We've only taken one of them out. I've got high ground position here. If they're on the low ground, it's going to be easy for me to take them out. Oh, and guess what? We spot them down below on the low ground in a second. There we go. And we're going to take them out. This is being proactive. This is getting into the enemy's face. What we could have done in this example is just waited around, tried to trade pot shots at range. That doesn't get you anywhere because all that happens in that scenario is people back off, people regen, and then they just go again, and that's not great. So what about it going wrong? Okay, so this is an example here of my team dilly-dallying. We're not being decisive. We're not going in. I'm not being decisive as well. So I mean, you could argue the Bangalore was decisive, but running forward there is not a great idea because there's an entire enemy team in front of us. The Bangalore's dropped its smoke. There's loads of fire going through, but we're a man down. And Gibraltar gets killed. Now, at this point, I'm like, oh my God, there's an entire enemy team in front of me. They've got position. I'm going to run away. But look where this gets me. It gets me dead. What I should have done here is just pushed onto them. There is more chance of me achieving something if I engaged in combat. The thing with this game you have to remember is engaging in more combat will simply make you better at Apex Legends. You will get more kills, and more kills ultimately mean you get more wins. That's it. Do not be hesitant. Do not hide around. Do not try and attack people from range all the time. Get up close and personal and do damage. Okay, right. So we're getting pushed here. We know we're getting pushed because we just took damage in the back as we run into this building. So my first thought is, okay, let's get our shield up and then let's flank around the back because most likely that's where they're pushing from. Notice what we see straight in front of us. That is an enemy. We're going to just pile damage into this enemy, take them out. Notice as well, I'm not running around with my weapon holstered. My weapon is out because I'm ready for action. So we've took one down here as a team, but we know there's another one. I go for a few cheeky shots on that guy, but I can hear there is somebody close. I need to find them. Let's flank around. Maybe they're now rezzing their friend, and they are. I come through, I get 2 kills. This is that player playing terrible. They should not be trying to res in there. All of our squad around them, that you've got to go in for the kill. Only res when it is safe. Okay, so we've just dropped here. It's a pretty risky scenario. I managed to get a Spitfire super quick. I'm getting pushed by the enemy. I'm not entirely sure where they are. I know it's coming from behind. I'm going to take damage, or I'm going to do damage to them and take her out. Then I notice my team are being attacked. I'm going to fire at these guys. Now, this is a lesson in just shoot at targets when you see them. Look at this, right? I only do minimal damage to those guys, but I take them out because I took the shots. If I just looked at them and thought, they're too far away, they would have healed up, they would have come back, and it would have been even more of a disaster. Okay, so in this example, our teammates push forward, and our teammate is downed, and there's an enemy over there trying to shoot me with a triple take. It's terrible. I've got better aim, so I get the kill there. This is go time to me, though. This is right. We've got to push. We're going to get in there. We're going to take out this guy who's trying to res that person because, again, that's a terrible play off that person. You should not be trying to res in really risky scenarios. You have to keep yourself alive. First thing you've got to think about is it safe to res? Are there any enemy players left? Because if there are, you need to engage them. So I come in, I bring back our Pathfinder. I'm lifeline, so I've obviously got the passive that brings them back quicker with the shield. I drop down my drone, and it's all fine. Okay, another example here. So we've found an enemy squad. I'm just going to pile fire into them. The thing is now, what do I do? What is the move here? The move is to go forward. The move is to push. The move is to have an aggressive stance. The move is to be decisive. All these tips are on the side of the screen, and that's what I'm showing you throughout these clips. I am going. It's go time. We've got position. We've done tons of damage to them. I'm going to take the high ground. Look at my team on the radar. I know that they're pushing on the low ground, so I've got this area covered. If anyone tries to run away, I can just smash them. In fact, one of my teammates is on the low ground. One's on the high ground. Look at the kill feed. That guy on the low ground has killed everybody. But even if they took him out, me and Pathfinder are in such an awesome position here, we could just rain death from above and absolutely annihilate them. Okay, here's another example. We're getting pushed from above. We don't have position. So what do we do here? You just go straight into the fight. You don't mess around. Pathfinder goes straight in. I throw a nade. I'm rushing in. We're just going to get stuck in. You don't want to get caught on low ground. If you do, you need to just turn and be aggressive, unless there is a good opportunity to disengage. Most of the time there isn't. Most of the time when you're getting shot at, you just need to go in and just deal with it. All right. So take a look at this. This is kind of bad play by my teammate that's about to die. So Pathfinder's down. I can safely res him here with my shield, even though I know the enemy are in that building. My teammate is rushed into the building because they want to kill everybody. But this isn't good. But what I realized is, okay, now they're in there, the enemy are going to be caught off guard here. They're not going to expect somebody else to just rush through the door. So I rush in. This is, again, catching people off guard because you are decisive. You push. You've got an aggressive stance, and you just do not hesitate. You go straight in there, smash 2 guys, get the resin. These are the plays that will win games of Apex. 100%. There is no messing about here. So let's take a look at a more prolonged clip here. So we've got high ground position. We're sort of poking away at range. We know there are people down there. The question is, what are we going to do? Clearly, I don't have the ranged weapons here to be honestly engaging in this. I've got the R99. It's a fantastic close range SMG. In fact, with all the attachments I've got on it, especially with the barrel stabilizer, it's phenomenal. So our Pathfinder decides to get aggressive. This is what we need to do. If I was in a group with my friends, I'd be saying, let's go, guys. We need to push. I'm straight in there with Bangalore's ultimate. This will sow confusion in the enemy. I've got my close range weapon out. Even though the R99 is still a fantastic close range weapon, the EVA is still a magnificent weapon. Might be a little bit too strong. Maybe all the shotguns are. We'll have to wait and see. So we get rushed by a lifeline. Going to take the lifeline out. But notice the great flank we had. There's a Gibraltar. He's in his shield. That's not going to help him. I'm just going to push straight through his shield and smash him. My lifeline comes with me. This is a massively ultra aggressive stance. We're going in there. We just want to fight. We're not messing about. We're not sitting there thinking, oh, we know they're in there, let's just pull back, let's throw grenades. Do not do that, guys. Go straight in there. If you've ever watched any of the top streamers play this game, why are they the top streamers? They just go in all the time. They want fight after fight after fight. You will become better at this game the more fights that you take. You have to take fights to get, like, to just give yourself the experience of what to do when combat breaks out. If you're hiding around the map, if you're spending ages looting, you're always circling the edge of the zone, it's okay. It'll get you to the higher, like, regions of the game, like the end of the game, the later rounds, but are you actually going to be able to deal with stuff when you get there? Probably not. It's going to be difficult. Okay, so the dropship has landed here. I'm still continuing to loot. I'm happy with my loadout because I'm feeling close range, super strong here. Not too fussed about getting any long-range weapons right now. My weapons are pretty much geared out. I've got good armor. My health's all ready to go. I'm actually in a really good position. So we've found enemy over there. We're going to poke them, and we're going to start pushing them. We do have a lifeline supply drop coming down there. I'm being shot at, which isn't great, so I'm going to drop back. I'm going to smoke. The reason why we do this is because we want to get the armor from the lifeline. As you can see, I upgraded my helmet, which is a huge thing for me. So I'm sort of skirting around now. We know shots are coming from over there. We want to try and get in close. Now, again, I'm poking at range here. You could argue this isn't the right thing to do because it's kind of giving away my position. Throwing arc stars, this is fine because I want to get close to that building because I've got close range weapons. I want to get into their face. I don't want to be hesitant. I want to be massively decisive and just wreck the enemy when I find them. So I'm pushing around the corner here, coming towards the building. I'm trying to find where the enemy are. Okay, I see an enemy. I'm going to throw the arc star in. Going to go in with a frag grenade. Then I'm going to start pushing. I'm going to find these guys. I'm going to apply massive pressure to them because we want them to be flustered. You rush somebody, they get frightened. Okay, Pathfinder, look at him. He was frightened. He's taking damage from grenades. He's taking damage from shots. He's getting annihilated. I'm obviously just blasting through his shield. I've got tons of ammo. So this, to me, is a fine decision to make because there's nobody near me. I can hear. There's no, like, footsteps or anything. Taking him out is obviously better than leaving him up for a revive. But look at our team. Our team are getting pushed from the other side. So this has left me in a pretty bad position. There will be times where your team get killed and you're on your own. The question is, what do you do? Well, I know where the enemy are. So I'm about to actually do something which I think is really damn good. And I'm probably going to put this in my Bangalore guide. I know where the enemy is, right? I'm going to take some pot shots at them. Okay, whatever. Not the greatest. But I'm going to use my smoke to smoke the enemy so it screws up their vision, which allows me to push in and recover my teammates. You've got to play the odds here, right? There is an entire enemy squad over there. Possibly there's two, right? But there is more than one. And do you want to take a 2v1? Well, if you're feeling particularly crazy, sure. There's also just a random Gibraltar on the low ground, which I managed to just take out. I mean, he's in such a bad position. I would be remiss not to take this opportunity. So I kill the guy. It's cool. But I fired smoke into the enemy. I think I have. Am I about to do it? I'm sure I'm about to do it. Yeah, I've still got my smoke. Here we go. So I fire it onto them because I noticed they're over there. Start spamming a few shots into them. Now they're confused. Now what I'm going to do is rush in and collect my allies while smoking the areas I rush in here. Then I need to get the hell out to bring them back because that is my road to victory here. It's very unlikely that you will win on your own. You can do it, right? Honestly, I haven't done it myself just yet. I've got to second position playing Bloodhound on my own. Both my team disconnected at the start of the game and I just kept battering my way through and I got to second. Kind of unlucky not to win as well, but generally you want things in your favor. You do not want to take fights when it's going to be a problem. Okay, when the enemy have got more people than you. So this person there's pushing around onto me. I'm in a bit of a pickle here, right? So I'm going to smoke and I need to sort of get the hell out of here because I don't like where I am. You can see I'm spinning around. I'm like, oh my God, can I jump to the high ground? Okay, this person's pushing me. This is just a 1v1 duel. Considering the damage I'd already done to this person, I was in the ascendancy, right? That person did kind of the right thing, though, coming on to push me, because maybe I would have got taken out. You never know. Anyway, I kill this guy. It's cool. So what I'm going to do now is speed this up, because we're going to run to the res beacon. So the play here was to be decisive. I had an aggressive stance, and then I was decisive. And the decisive nature of my actions is get my teammates back, take them to a respawn beacon. We've got a full squad available now for the final push. Now, obviously, they will not have weapons and equipment. They'll need to gear up. Luckily for us, you can see around this area here, there's actually... this is well, it's not unlooted, but there's weapons you guys can see as we're sort of spamming through this. So at least my team have got some sort of options. And if anything, and this might sound really like nasty to my teammates, you can use them as decoys, right? You kind of want them to be there, because if they're going to take fire, they'll give away position, they'll ping the enemy targets, you can then push in. This just goes back to using all of the key concepts. Fast looting, be aware of what's going on, always push the enemy, have an aggressive stance, be decisive, and just don't hesitate. You have to get in there, make your moves, not messing around, because you will just win like absolute loads of games. I made this point tons in this video, but that's what I wanted to show you guys, and that's why this is we're playing with randoms here. I haven't used any footage where I'm with my friends playing in a full group, because that's completely different. Because in that scenario, you're just working together way better. You'll just push better, you get to know each other, and that's arguably the best way to play the game. But the thing with Apex is it's totally fine to play with random players, because provided people sort of do, you know, similar things, you'll be okay. Also, you can ping directions to help people push. Generally, or typically, when you engage the enemy, your team will follow. So if you're pushing an enemy target, then just go for it. All right, so let's just bring this game to a close. Now, there's enemy over there. I took a few shots onto them with the R99. Did okay damage. I throw my Bangalore ult in because the zone's pushing in, right? I'm thinking maybe this might catch some of them in the zone. I notice an enemy has thrown their Bangalore ult on me, which quite frankly I want no part of, so I'm going to disengage. But this puts me on the low ground. This is not ideally the best position for me, right? You can see me taking fire, but look at my stance. It's aggressive. So the first thing I'm doing is firing back at where the fire is coming from. Now, we lose our Pathfinder. This is not ideal. Pathfinder has been flanked. He's been killed. That's unlucky. I've managed to get to a position here where I think it's going to be safe for me to regen my shield, right? First things first, smoke's down. So if somebody does rush this, and you can just see what happened there, a Bloodhound just used his ability, or her ability. I'm just going to say Bloodhound, right? Bloodhound used the track ability, so they know where we are. But I'm going to push, right? I dropped all my smoke. It creates confusion. I could use my shield gen. Then I'm going to push in, right? I've got my EVA. The Bangalore's down. One of my teammates knocked him down, I think. I get the finish kill. I'm going to push onto the Wraith, take the Wraith out. Now, the question is, where is the final person? There is one person left. We can see our team has highlighted this person, but this person is running away. Now, this is where being... Like, it's the end of the game. There's no way this person can bring back those two people. They're dead, right? They're both dead. That person is running, right? They're in the trench down there. We know where they are, but there is still a chance that when we attack this person, they could take us out. So the move here is to just rush them, be decisive, get stuck in, and we'll go in and we'll take the win. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this video has been of an assistance to you guys to win more games of Apex. Follow the key concepts that were on the side of the screen. Always engage the enemy. Be aggressive. This is a game that rewards aggressive playstyles, because if you die, well, you can be brought back to life. It's the only BR that does this. This is why this is the best BR game. And frankly, I think this is up there with literally the best game I've ever played in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Stylosa. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa. You can also follow me on Instagram, which is @Stylosa as well. And let me know how you guys thought about this video. What tips have you guys got for Apex Legends? How can you win more games? All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.